like and subscribe. Women, what are some questions y'all always wanted to ask men, but were too embarrassed? Can you feel our boobs when we hug? Yes. What happens to your balls when you run? Are they just banging around? Do they stick between your thighs? Do they end up tucked? I've been dying to know, thanks. Update, did not expect this to blow. Thank you for the awards and all of the insightful and valuable information. For most answers I received, I had more questions which were answered before I could even ask them. I can now say that I know what happens to your balls when folks are in motion or stationary. Again, thanks y'all. This had been bugging me for a while lol. The nutsack isn't always floppy. It scrunches up or loosens. They don't flop when scrunched. Also underwear keeps it in place. Is it true you really get random boners? Yes. Distressingly often as a teen, but even later on it happens. Is your orgasm better with oral or vaginal sex? Yes. The quality of orgasm has essentially nothing to do with the medium of acquisition and everything to do with the physical and mental state that one is in. What does it feel like to run with no underwear on? Does it just flop around? Does it hurt? Does the bouncing get you hard? It kinda flops around. It does know it hurt and the bouncing does know it get me hard. What does an erection feel like? It depends if it is your penis or not. Have you ever gotten such a serious pump after lifting weights that you can just feel the pressure in the muscle? All are straight up staring at our buttholes while we're doing it doggy style errant yeah. What happens if there is a hemorrhoid who would look upon the majesty of the Grand Canyon and complain about a misshapen rock or bush? Can it see it if my thumb is in it? Is it true that guys generally hesitate or avoid going up to and talking women that are super attractive? I mean like a 9 or a 10/10ths? Is attractiveness / appearance something that makes you stall when shooting your shot? Can't speak for all guys, but what I tell myself, why the hell would someone like her be interested in someone like me? I commented this under another comment in this thread, so this is a direct cut and paste. Absolutely. True story. There was this really pretty girl in my friend group, all young 20-somethings, in San Diego. We'd hang out, go to parties, go to concerts, go to the beach, etc. I never even considered asking her out, because she was way out of my league. One night she and I were the last of our group at the bar. She has no car, so I offer her a ride home. She invites me in for a beer. Cool. We are watching late night TV, and she leans her head on my shoulder. Fine. We are butts, right? Then her hand is on my thigh. Weird. I turn to look at her, and she's looking in my eyes. I ask if she's okay, and she says she'd be better if I kissed her. WTF. She's like a 9, and I'm a 6 at best, maybe a Scranton 8. But yeah. We make out for a bit, but when I go to cop a feel she breaks it off and says, "We've both had a lot to drink. Maybe you should sleep here tonight." I see I've blown it and say, "Sure. Thanks." She heads to the bedroom, and I kick off my shoes and stretch out on the couch. A couple of minutes go by, and she comes back and says, "Are you coming?" What the actual? Yeah. That was December 12th, 1981. We married April 3rd, 1982. Still going strong. If it wasn't for her, never would have happened. I am with someone who buys me flowers to make me smile. What would be something I could do similarly for him, that is non-sexual, that would brighten his day? Be the big spoon. Scalp massage. Back rub, not necessarily a massage either. Next time you're watching TV in bed, or on the couch, let him lay his head on your chest or lap, and run your fingers through his hair, or just pet his back like a dog. Even better if he's shirtless, and you can lightly scratch his back. May not seem like much, but it makes a big impact on us, even if we may not immediately show it. For me, it slows my mind. Helps me stop thinking for a while and process the here and now so much better. Bringing me coffee, giving me a random hug, rubbing my back when we watch shows our ways. My wife does it. I make her breakfast and get her coffee too. It's not an everyday thing, just random acts of love and kindness. I'm not much of a gifter though, so I think I fail in that department. Compliment him. He may not show it on the outside, but Hella's giggling and blushing on the inside. Does what our vaginas look like truly matter to you? Like girls having longer lips and such? I have always felt incredibly self-conscious about guys going down on me, even if guys have never mentioned it before. Edit. Strangers on the internet finally made me feel good about my body. Vaginas are like pizza, whatever it looks like, it's still going in my mouth. I have my preferences exposed in a labia, but I must say, if we are at the point where we are seeing the vulva, we're already hooked. Vaginal appearance ranks very low on the list of things I physically like about a woman. Only that it looks clean. What the do you do with Somiana's balls during sex? Be very gentle with them. Testicular pain can make you lose an erection, even for people who have that as a fetish. Do pussies generally taste/smell appealing? Good hygiene counts. Edit. This goes for the guys too. In my experience, yes. But some of my friends have stories that made me thanking all the gods that are and were for my outstanding luck. How much does height matter in attraction? Unless Shella's a giant Amazonian lady, height does not factor at all. If she is a giant Amazonian lady, I am free this weekend. None, we just want someone that is nice to us usually. Do you guys wipe your after you go pee? Or do you just shake it, assume it is good, then put it back in your pants? Does not that leave a little bit of pee in the tip? Why would you do that instead of just taking a bit of toilet paper and dabbing your wee? Edit. **** I don't mean wiping your like y'all wipe your. I am realizing now that wipe was the wrong word, Lomfeo. No matter how much you wiggle and dance, the very last drop goes down your pants. I just wring it out like a washcloth. What do you want a woman to say to you if she likes you? In terms of confessing her feelings or expressing interest? Edit. Thank you everyone for the great advice and tips. I am 30 and still trying to figure out dating. I am generally shy and feel vulnerable easily. I really appreciate all the tips. Edit again. Thanks for the awards. Just say I really like you and all is understood. I am so oblivious and basically never even think a girl might be interested in me. Please be direct and just ask me if I would like to go on a date. Edit. Holy. This blew up. Thanks everyone. What makes you really like a girl? If she laughs at my jokes. A cute laugh/smile is a huge plus. From my significant other, what does my feel like? In the winter, stand around in your house naked to the point you are uncomfortably cold. Then, pull a huge pile of clothes fresh out of the dryer and climb inside the pile. I am not sure yours, but my whiffers feels like heaven. How often do men want to be hugged? Does it feels clingy if a girl offers it every now and then? Edit. This thread felt like a survey XD. And reading all the comments, I think the conclusion is 1. 97% of men loves it, and most of them are really starved of hugs. 2. 2% of men don't mind if they are offered diarrhea. 3. 1% don't like it. Thanks to all the men out there for opening up. D. Girls, just shower yourself with the hugs. They love it as much as we do. Cling to me and just never let go. I wouldn't mind. Hugs are great. Do you ever worry about what your friends think of the attractiveness of your girlfriend/wife? Like, are you ever worried that people you know don't find her good looking or judge you for being with her? This question is obviously coming straight from my insecurities, lol. I actually did have this fear with my last girlfriend. She was a bigger girl and I wasn't really concerned about what they thought, but just didn't want anyone being judgmental toward her. It's hard to explain. I wasn't ashamed of her or anything, Just hate the thought of people judging her by her appearance. Are all boobies good boobies? Boobs. The best boobs are boobs I can touch. The second best boobs are boobs I can look at. In a distant third are how big they are. Personally, I love itty bitty titties. I know a lot of guys prefer huge boobs. But all of us prefer all boobs we can touch over all boobs we can't touch. When you have to pee and poop at the same time, do you pee standing and then sit, or sit for both? Sit for both. Stand for both. I've always wondered if they see our bodies as ugly squishy bread rolls the way we think we look while having sex. Definitely not. How do you see your partner during sex? If it's positive, I imagine it's the same for him to you. Do y'all enjoy late night chats as much as girls do, or it annoys y'all if it's very often? Sometimes my wife asks me about something I'm really interested in or passionate about late at night, and I have to point out that she is knocking on the door of a 2-hour PowerPoint presentation and she's got work in the morning. Do I all like making your do that bouncing thing? Edit. I never thought my most liked comment would come from a curiosity about SD. Slapping, spinning, bouncing, all of it. My wife pretends to think it is funny at least. What are some of your thoughts on girls making the first move? You should try it more often. My first long-term relationship started that way in college. We had hung out and flirted a bunch, culminating in us watching a movie at her apt and her shoving me against a wall when I was about to leave afterward. It was a shock, it was a surprise, and I'll never forget that night, so long as I live. Girl nearly half my size just took her shot. How much does being punched in the balls hurt? It is bad. Are you turned off by stubble, nether regions? Edit. You men are amazing. Not being totally smooth is a huge insecurity for a lot of women. Good to know all are just like it is still a vagina It depends on whether or not it's abrasive during sex. Vagina is vagina. Fat as all. Do you play with your balls like we play with our tits? Like juggle 'em and stuff? Or is that too painful? What is the action that actually hurts balls? Is there anything you think it compares to in female anatomy? What does it feel like to get hit accidentally, not kicked purposefully but like, flicked, etc., in the balls? What hurts the balls is sudden pressure. For example, if I'm running away from my neighbor Jim who just caught me ting in his lawn, my balls are gently slapping against my leg, which does not hurt. However, when Jim catches me and kicks me in the balls, that is a very sudden application of a very high amount of pressure, which hurts quite a lot. What does it feel like to get hit accidentally, not kicked purposefully but like, flicked, etc., in the balls? A sharp and intense pain that radiates into the lower abdomen. If I had to describe it, it'd be like a super intense and sharp stomach ache. On the balls themselves, you probably know already. Haven't you ever taken a hit to the ovaries or kidney? It's pain to an organ. What makes you want to commit, be exclusive, or get married? Does it have anything to do with your partner or more of I have to be ready within myself first? For me it was needing to feel like I had personally matured enough to be committed. I did not want to commit to someone who was clearly ready to commit to me if I was not ready and could somehow end up wasting their time. This comment section is the most wholesome one I've seen, and it's mostly about S. Hi, how are you? Men would be thrilled if a woman initiated a conversation with them. You have zero reason to be embarrassed. Do guys really appreciate a woman that makes the move? Whether you are newly dating or married for years. I want him to feel wanted by me, and I want to convey that. Or do guys feel it could threaten them a little bit? I know it sounds weird and maybe old school, but I have always wondered what the answer is. Thanks. Do guys really appreciate a woman that makes the move? Whether you are newly dating or married for years. Appreciate. Most of us are desperate for that. Also, I'm not sure about the accuracy of this statement, but the relationships where the women made the first move according to stats 86% of them ended in marriages. Also, it feels great to be wanted by someone when all your life you have been doing for everyone else. Are you as judgmental over our bodies as we are? Not even remotely close. Women are brutal about that. What do you think of fatherhood? Do you think the treatment of fatherhood is fair compared to motherhood? I never wanted kids, because I had a painful childhood. I have got a 3-year-old daughter and Shella's awesome. I like that she likes a lot of the things I do. I am a wilderness skills instructor, and she knows lots of plants already. If she wants to learn knitting I'll teach her. If she wants to learn friction fires, I'll teach her that too. My wife and I were expecting a boy, but we lost him. That was awful. We are expecting again, and it is a boy. I am pretty excited for that. A couple of empathetic little badasses running around sounds great. For the first 2 pregnancies I was scared. Now I just trust the universe, and that we are a good team. Edit. Wow, thanks to everyone for the support. I just found out this morning that it is going to be a boy. Do men like it when females, friend/girlfriend, tell you they feel safe around you? Very much so. If you want to make a man's heart melt, you tell him that. I always wanted to know, is there a difference, orgasm versus coming? You can technically ejaculate without orgasming. I've never been in that situation though. You can also orgasm without ejaculating. It's not that uncommon actually. Does this subreddit make me look fat? No, sweetie, now please hurry up. Steve said he has already fired up the BBQ. Are all okay? Emotionally? I know men sometimes have a hard time asking for help. Edit. I did not mean to offend anyone when I said they have a hard time asking for help. I meant it as stigmatized, that men don't have mental health issues, so I just wanted to be an outlet for some people. I am sorry. Edit 2. I am at to delete my comment. You guys are so mean. I have been trying to respond to every comment, but still so many people have to tell me that I am being a manipulative. Or that I am not qualified to be asking that question. Yeah, I'm sorry. I literally just wanted to help. I am sorry. Please stop giving me hate. Does a woman's height matter? What about weight? Is using urinals when there all 4, but there is 1 left, is it awkward? Do you mind a little hair down there, even if it is nicely trimmed and short? As a tall guy, a woman taller than me would be weird at first but not an issue. Honestly, I think there is no difference between men and women when it comes to their partner's weight. Some people don't care at all, but most people probably have a point where they don't find it particularly appealing. And the hair thing really doesn't matter. I prefer less, but again, it's not an issue. What do you think about C-section scars? I have one, and I think it's ugly. It juts out, and there's a shelf. I'm otherwise quite fit looking, I'm just self-conscious about it. Edit. Wow, didn't expect this comment to gain so much traction. Thank you all kind strangers, you've made me feel so much better/confident about my body. It is a modern miracle that my kid and I are still alive today, so that is something to be very grateful about. I have always thought scars are badass. Thea liked tattoos, except Thea earned instead of bought. Any cool character in a fantasy movie has some wild scar, and that is how you know that character kicks. My with a C-section scar, I snowed even before anything. Surgeons were on their game, but even if it was big, it just means she did all the work to make our son. She is that badass character in my movie. I have an ugly scar on my stomach from a surgery I had to get as a baby, and another really ugly scar on my shoulder from a different surgery. I'm self-conscious about mine too, but I wouldn't be any less attracted to someone because of a scar. You've been visited by the ghost of a very important man. Pay your respects by liking and subscribing, and he'll grant you 3 weeks of good luck.